We forced them and fought for the right to be heard. And we were heard. The fight is not over. We're going to continue that fight. Now, when it came to the TAs, we took it upon ourselves to hit out to the media to make sure that they were aware of our disgust over the Liberal decision in the way they treated our TAs. Thankfully, for me, Mr. Allward came out with the same position at about the same time. As a matter of fact, I think both our letters ended up on the same day. When it came to MB Power, and I'm telling you, this province had to fight the Liberals over this. They were hiding it, sneaking around. Now, I always said, the people of this province, the people you are governed, should never be shocked by the direction of your government. Well, I'm here to tell you, when it came to MB Power, 95% of this province was shocked. The others were unconscious. The only ones that knew about was Keir and a few in the Liberal government. That was it. But we fought it, and we won that fight. And I'll tell you what we did. We, as a community, went to Fredericton, marched onto the Legislative Assembly, and we let the Liberals know our feeling about their course of action with MB Power. Let there be no doubt, because when those Liberals came out to see us and confront us, they didn't stay long. They quickly hurried on back. And matter of fact, forgot Doc Doherty behind. How powerfully. And on that same day, our great leader, David, came out and addressed the crowd. And he laid out the facts as they were happening, so that we could understand that we were being misled and redirected. And David kept the opposition on track. And so today, we now have a new opportunity under David's leadership to go down the path of MB Power, consult the people, and do it correct and properly for the first time. So all the issues that have come up over the last 18 months, 2 years, we've been out there as a community fighting the Liberals at every step they have taken. We haven't waited to see what the consensus was throughout the province. We went by what our community felt and desired. We were out there front, we said our piece, and we made our stand, and we live by that to this day. And I expect in the future, come September, when I win the election here, September 27th, under David's leadership and his policy of consulting the people, as we have stated many a times in the media, we need to consult New Brunswickers. The people have to be involved in the solutions. What the people need is the information, the correct information, good or bad, they need it. We need to engage them. They, believe it or not, New Brunswickers can come up with great solutions. We have New Brunswickers running great companies all around the world. And I'm sure this population of 750,000 people with 52 MLAs can get their heads together and come up with some of the dire problems and solutions that we have today. Healthcare, we were out there to the media stating our case. David, we need to have a serious talk with the people of New Brunswick. Healthcare is a major problem creeping up on us very quickly. We have to look at it, debate it, look at all the issues, because I'm sure if we all put our heads together, we can come up with a lot better ways to spend that bundle of money and provide the services that are required for our seniors, for our children, and for the hard-working men and women of this province. Some of those solutions, as was mentioned earlier, the home care workers, keeping our seniors in their homes, making sure they have a decent wage. We don't need as much brick and mortar, I do not believe, and I've consulted and talked to doctors all across this province, but we need to bring that into the public domain. We need to make that part of the everyday conversation. And what needs to be done is the government of the day has to make it an urgent matter, so people of New Brunswick understand it is urgent that we look at that issue. It is urgent that we tackle it. If we do not, I'm going to tell you something, a couple of years down the road, we're going to have a big issue on trying to provide health care services for our growing aging population and our youth. Now, David mentioned today about the diabetes program, and I'm very pleased that he did that. Those are issues that we have to look at to try and save money for the province of New Brunswick. We have to debate these. Education. I spoke before the deaf community here, locally a couple months ago, gave a full review of some of my ideas. I'm not saying they're the solutions. What I'm saying is that we all have to put forward our ideas and let's build on them. Because I'll tell you something, General Hillier is a prime example of this. No great leader comes up with the ideas himself. They are built upon. And we need to do that. And you know, David Allward understands that. That's why I'm going for his team. He understands that we have to do this together. Not one man does it alone.
That's right.
Economic development. Economic development. We also have to understand, we cannot build this economy and tax small business at the rate we are. Small business is our job creator. And I'm not saying let's turn down our backs at big industry. We obviously need them. But we have to grow our economy. Our economy helps pay for the Medicare. Our economy helps pay for education and all the other issues that come before us. We need to realize we have to be pro-business. That doesn't mean anti-union, because I'll tell you, and I said this 2 weeks ago when I spoke to a union, I'm not pro-union, I'm not anti-union. I'm pro-community, and unions are part of my community. We need everybody involved in this fight to win this riding after 30 years. And I talked to the previous team from Nancy T. and found out some of the things that needed to be done. And over the last 18 months, that's what we've been doing. Thank you very much.